For many decades, people from around the world have been fascinated by the sightings of a large ape-like creature that's commonly referred to as Bigfoot or Sasquatch. This creature is known for its large stature, with eyewitnesses saying that this large creature stood between 9 and 15 feet tall. Though many might not believe that this creature exists, researchers say there is overwhelming evidence of its presence in mountains and forests from around the world. There are many areas stretching across North America that are often referred to as being hotspots for the sightings of Bigfoot. According to many Bigfoot experts, these concentrated areas get the highest amount of reports of a Sasquatch creature. One headline that surprised many though was just announced by an Oklahoma lawmaker, in which they stated that they wanted to bring in a Bigfoot hunting season. On the 20th of January, Representative Justin Humphrey introduced House Bill 1648, urging the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission to officially establish a Bigfoot hunting season. The bill stated the following: the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission shall promulgate rules establishing a Bigfoot hunting season. The Commission shall set annual season dates and create any necessary specific hunting licenses and fees. End quote. When this was first announced, many online users thought this was a joke, but when people questioned officials on whether this was real or not, Mika Holmes, Assistant Chief of the Information and Education Division at the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, stated that this is a real bill. Holmes wasn't enthusiastic about the new bill though, saying the following: "Here at the department we use science to make management decisions, and we do not recognize Bigfoot as a wildlife species in Oklahoma." End quote. At the moment the bill hasn't passed, but if it does go through it will take effect on the 1st of November 2021. Those who are interested in Bigfoot have suggested that this could be the government's way of trying to tell us something, with Bigfoot researchers saying that officials are no stranger to the cryptid, and that over the years they have carried out their own investigations into the creature. One Bigfoot researcher said the following: "People will laugh about this, but it could be the government's way of telling us that they're out there. Bigfoot has been sighted by man for hundreds of years. We have ancient carvings and stories that have been passed down over generations. Perhaps now the government has decided to tell everyone the truth." End quote. As you can imagine though, not everyone got on board, with one person saying the following: "It's not a good start, is it? With everything that's currently going on right now, our government has decided it's the right time to bring out a Bigfoot hunting season. I'm glad to know that they're tackling the problems that everyone's talking about." End quote. The Department of Wildlife Conservation went on to hint that it's a bizarre move from the government, with others thinking that at first it was announced in order to give people a laugh. However, after it was announced the bill was genuine, people didn't really know how to react. As of right now, we'll have to wait and see if the bill does eventually get passed. Interestingly, Bigfoot researchers have said the name Bigfoot only describes one type of large humanoid living in the forested regions of our planet. Often encountered in the woods across the United States is that of a cryptid that's commonly been referred to by the locals as the Grassman monster. The Grassman monster, also known as Orange Eyes, is a massively large and hairy man-like creature that many have compared to Sasquatch. Unlike many of the other Bigfoot sightings all across the world, it appears that the Grassman cryptid is far more dangerous, and has a number of strange behaviours that make it unique across all other Sasquatch species. Many that have claimed to have stumbled across the beast while hiking through forests claim that the Grassman is capable of constructing small huts and areas for living, a unique behaviour that's never been reported surrounding that of the Sasquatch species. It's because of this strange behaviour that many report that the creature is not that of a Sasquatch, and of a different cryptid entirely. The first well-reported sightings of the Grassman monster happened back in 1978. This was when several kids ran into their home and alerted their grandparents that a hairy man was digging through their rubbish pit. When the grandparents went to investigate what was being claimed, they saw the large grass man as he was digging through the rubbish looking for food. However, the large creature soon ran away after being spotted by the adults. As research continued in the area surrounding that of the grass man, people began to report spotting a large ape-like creature living in huts made of tall grass, only to come back to the site later to find it completely abandoned, with the creature moving to new areas after being spotted. Scientists, researchers and skeptics though have turned around and said that there's not enough evidence to prove that these large creatures exist, and that the majority of evidence that is presented ends up getting debunked. Some evidence that has been put forward to prove that Bigfoot is real is that of hair samples. However, when scientists have tested these, the majority of them turned out to be from everyday wildlife. This hasn't stopped Bigfoot researchers though, as they say there's enough proof and eyewitness accounts that have led them to believe that the Bigfoot creature is real, saying that one of the main reasons why they're not spotted is because they congregate in dense forests that are hard to reach. They say this is one of the main reasons why hikers are more likely to see the creatures than others, because they're more likely to venture into these regions. Although these claims and stories seem far-fetched, it's important to remember that animals such as the mountain gorilla were only discovered in 1902, with scientists saying that thousands of new species are still being discovered every year. As of right now, Bigfoot researchers have said these creatures are out there, and in recent years credible photographs have been presented, which prove that humans currently share the planet with a large undiscovered humanoid. So what do you guys make of the news that the government is trying to establish a Bigfoot hunting season? And what do you make of the creature itself? Do you think it's real? Or are people just misidentifying everyday wildlife? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.